Good morning everyone. I'm going to do a bit of work on that 100 HP Panda shipbox repair job. We're going to have the gearbox out of it. Yeah, we're going to have the gearbox out today and see what she's like. Everyone online reckons it should be worth doing the work to it. So what I'm going to do, I'll drop the oil out of the gearbox and then I'll disconnect the hubs down here without hopefully snapping the bolts like I did on the other one. See, I'll remove this and then remove this, just undo that, pull that out probably at the top, this one, drop the wishbone and then I can pull the drive shaft out the gearbox. But first we've got to drop the gearbox off, so after I've done all that I'll come back. Right, so I've got all of it off, the gearbox ready to drop out, but I can't get this fucking drive shaft out. I can't get no smack on it to smack it. Yeah, anyway, the gearbox is basically ready to drop out. I've just got to unbolt the gearbox mount. Everything else is off. Well, you can do it all from underneath without removing all the battery and everything, but I've removed all the battery and stuff to get all the bolts and linkages. You've got two bolts here, and then you've got the front bolt down there for your starter motor, and there's one on the back, and then there's a nut, because when the gearbox comes out there's like a threaded bolt that goes through into the engine block and then bolts on with a nut, and then there's also another 13 on the back for the starter motor, and then the rest, these ones are 19. You've got 3 round here, and then you got 2 13s there that hold your clutch when you push your clutch in, and then you've got 3 13s down the back there on the bracket holding the gear selector cables. And that's it. Basically it's ready, it's disconnected, ready to drop. It's just that prop shaft and undo these brackets. See, I'll pop the drive shaft out. You just take that off, drop it out from the bottom here, pull the drive shaft out. It gives enough room to get the gearbox out. Well, I've lowered the engine a little bit, it wants to be lowered a little bit more, and now I just need to undo this and this, and then I'll take it off. I'll take it completely out so it's out of my way. But then, yeah, the gearbox is ready to come out. Just got to get that prop shaft out the other side. This one come out quite easy. Sometimes if you can get some in there, they're pretty easy. It's a little bit different to the 4x4 Panda. Within the back of the gearbox here, the gearbox mount to the chassis. So obviously the other one's got 4x4, so the gearbox is bigger. This gearbox is tiny compared to the 4x4 one really, because it's got a little back box on it. It would be interesting to have a look at this gearbox, see if you could bolt the 4x4 system on it. I don't think you can though. Anyway, I'm going to have a cup of tea and then I'll come back out. I'm going to pull the fucking gearbox out. So in between doing the Panda shitbox, I'm just having a look at the bees in the back garden while I'm having a coffee. And they're flying today and bringing in pollen. It's a pretty overcast day. It's a bit, not raining, but sort of spotting. They're all active except this one, and I've just had a little knock on their door and a little talk to them, and they're in there. They're just not as busy as the others. And once I finish my coffee, I'm going to get this gearbox out of this shitbox. The massive mileage Panda. See, there is little bees in and out of there. They're just not as active as the others. This is my smallest set of bees this year. They only just survived last year's battering by wasps. Poor little buggers. It's good to see them. Good to see them active and bringing in pollen. Right, so the gearbox is out, clutch is blocked. Look at that. I noticed difference on this clutch. It's got these funny little star drive. See it there? Little star drives holding this clutch on, whereas the other one was just normal 13 mils. Anyway, that's the engine side. You watch the other bit. I need a couple of bits now. I've got the clutch, obviously. Oh, just put it in gear. I couldn't get the other diff off without doing it that way. Look at that. That shit itself. Proper. And I'm going to need a new fork. It's been that bad, it's got the fork and all. So I'm going to need a new one of them and all, because it's worn the fork, the actual push fork bit, when you put the clutch in. And apparently it had a new clutch, but after it was put in, it was always noisy or something. So did they actually fucking do the clutch? Because that shit itself and fell apart, isn't it? Anyway, that's out, so that's going to be out for a little while. I'll get it cleaned up. I'll get the other clutch. I'll not put it on yet because I want to put it on when I close it all up. So it's going to be on a fucking engine. It's going to be on a jack for a few days until I can get one of these. I might pop on the Panda groups on the 100 HP forum and see if anyone on there's got one, because that's worn in there and there, so I don't think that'll be very good. Yeah, she certainly had a clutch that gone.